Hey guys, Juggernerd here. Welcome back to the Draft House Podcast. In this episode, we're drafting TV series, the greatest TV series of all time. Some of these picks are bound to be highly debatable. We had so much fun with State MC last time, we brought him back again for round 2. And as always, don't forget, check out the OGs when it comes to fantasy drafting, all fantasy everything. I've left a link to their podcast in the description below. Also, let us know in the comments, who do you think won tonight's draft? And also, give us some of your favorite TV series as well. We hope you guys have fun. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, we're back. We are back for episode 2 of the second season of the Draft House Podcast. We have State MC joining us once again. Light Cycle's up there in the corner. We are all brothers from a couple of the same mothers and all different dads.
Everybody be fucking.
Back in the 80s, it was like this, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we all drafted villains last week, and this week we are going to draft best TV series of all time. So there's definitely bound to be some arguments. There's definitely bound to be some fights. But hey, we've got beer, so that's what that's for. How are you guys doing? You guys ready to get into this one?
Yeah, I'm ready. I like the new wave that we're picking. And so
Yeah, so the way we're going to determine, last time we kind of picked an order, since Mike was new, he was determining the order. We're going to do each round separately now. So we've got a new wheel. You'll see it right here down below, show up, there it is. We'll spin it each time, and that person, whoever it lands on, gets to pick. So you could, theoretically get all 4 first picks, and then, some person could wait their whole time. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys are ready, you guys ready to get started?
Let's do it.
yeah,
All right.
and I'm gonna make a comment. I think it's amazing that we wore the same clothes and hats and everything for a full week.
For a full week. So I took all this off and I set it to a side and made sure that I would put the exact same thing on.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it consistent.
It's called movie
It's all
magic.
about consistency. Yeah.
Continuity.
Yeah. In good, block bad.
All right.
Block bad.
So I'm gonna spin the wheel and we'll see who gets the first pick. Here we go. And it looks like Michael. Michael gets the first pick. How'd you pull that one off? How did you pull that one off?
Just gotta slide you extra.
It was his idea, and he gets to pick. How about that?
Well, it's all about going to Juggernerd's Twitch account and throwing some bits on there.
There you go.
Anyways,
There you go.
Very first easy one, and anybody got first, I would hope they would pick this one. And it's this so obvious one. The only time I've ever been excited and pissed off at the same time. Game of Thrones.
Nice. I'm impressed. Like that's a pretty good one for like all time.
All time. Oh yeah.
All
But
time.
the thing is though, people I made like drafts. Like I made like things for people at work to see who's gonna die first, and you get points for when they die and all the finals. And
We did that too. We did that for the final season. Like we get to draft who survives.
Yeah, when's the last time you've done that for anything when it comes to TV?
That's true. No, yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, I think we're all within 4 years of each other, so we all, I think, vaguely remember kind of like, Friday nights and Thursday nights, like, oh, we all get to sit around and watch this show. I won't say anything to not give away picks, but and I think Game of Thrones, I think that kind of went away for a while, and then Game of Thrones brought that back. I mean, Game of Thrones watch parties, like drink. I mean, everybody, and like, if you didn't watch it and you went to work on Monday, you better not talk to nobody, or you're gonna get spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
And how much money they put into just an episode, and towards the end, and yes, it ended shitty. Okay, we all can agree with that. But the thing is, it was just spectacular to watch. It was awesome to see. You fell in love with these people. You knew they were gonna die. I mean, it was just an amazing series.
It was really good. It was really good, and it did end lackluster. I'd say shitty.
Yeah, shitty.
It's funny. It's funny we're talking about this. I was just in my garage cleaning things up, and for whatever reason, I was thinking about the very final scene of the series when they're all picking the king. And it's like I felt it was very stereotypical of like yeah, we're all gonna sit around and vote, and we're all gonna vote for ourselves, and there's gonna be one person who votes like very very tropey. But it was bad, but I still enjoyed it.
The issue with the whole last season was it took them like 2 seasons just to get across
Yeah.
the country, and then all of a sudden they're just
Here we are.
they're there fighting. Like what the fuck?
And I
there's
think-
no. Go ahead.
They sped it up so fast. It just seemed like whenever they got through, like the last season seemed so rushed to get through the whole thing and to hit on everything when they really could have taken, like to me, they could have taken their time just a little bit more,
I think, yeah.
Move some things around to make it to where, like, I mean, because the big thing, I don't know about you guys, but the big thing was like that happened was like in the 3rd episode.
The Battle of the
Fourth
Bastards.
episode. 'Cause look, yeah, well, no, I'm talking about in the very, very last season, very, very last one, where
Yeah.
they get to it, and not the Battle of the Bastards. I'm talking after that.
Battle of Bastards was like season 6.
Yeah, seasons. That's
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. The battle for Winterfell. I'm sorry. You're right. Where the White Walkers first storm Winterfell. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you get to that whole scene, and then like great, and then like the next 4 episodes are like you're like, well, what? I mean, what? Come on, there's gotta be some more to that.
I think there's a catch-22. I think there's a double-edged sword. They very well could have taken longer, right? Like the final season maybe could have been 2 seasons, but you run the risk of like, okay, I'm over Game of Thrones now, so you want to strike while the iron's hot.
No.
I don't
No
know.
way.
I don't know. I think
No way.
I think
all they needed to do was added 2 episodes. They added 2 more episodes. I think they could have gotten through that.
It
whole
could still
Or-
be going on today, and I'd be watching it. And
fair. No, I
That's
agree.
probably true, right?
I agree. But I think too, like we were also promised like every episode's going to be 2 hours long and it's going to be like a full-length feature movie, and they weren't all like that except for the Battle of Winterfell. So I think that immediately put a little bit of a taste in our mouth of bad.
100% came down to money.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Which is unfortunately, what most things do. Very nice
She
though.
would have got her elephants, then she would have definitely went over budget.
That's what. Yeah, they didn't have enough money in the budget for elephants, so they couldn't have got them. But no, very very solid pick as Game of Thrones for the number 1. All right, let's see who's picking next. Let's see who's picking next in our TV shows of all times, and it looks like Warren gets the next pick.
Yes. Okay.
I like what we're doing this wheel here. By the way, this is production value at its finest.
So
I haven't seen the will yet, so we'll see.
I'm gonna, man. So, given how old we are, and just and growing up watching this, I'm just gonna take the shot and go with the one that we've been watching for a long time now. You still watch it when it's on. If it pops up, you still get clips from it. I mean, you just kind of go through, you see it all the time. I'm gonna go Friends. And pick that as my first one because that just, Chimp.
Watching
that growing up. That's not a bad. It just seems like
You're starting off better than you did last time.
yeah.
100%.
That's how you make a first round pick right there.
It's one of those picks that, like, when I'm thinking about it, when I'm younger, I don't quite understand everything that they're doing on set. But once I get older, and as I get older,
Mhm.
kind of rewatch it, and you're able to relate to a lot of these characters as you get older. And so it to me, it's one of those things that I can watch over and over and over again and not ever get tired of it. I mean, I can just sit there and watch it, and I mean, it might get a little stale every once in a while, but it's always has that fun factor to it. So that's my first pick. I like it.
That's a
I
pretty.
will say-
Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
No.
Well, I was gonna say, dude, I will say this. I love the idea of Friends, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the series. I just don't. I think your pick was great. I think that everybody loves Friends and shit, but something about that show pisses me off. But it's a great show. I'm with you. I'm not hating you. I just never will sit there. It's not one of those. It's like, oh, I'd like to rewatch that.
I see. That's so funny because me and you are like the exact same age, but I'm the exact opposite. Like I could turn it on Netflix right now and binge it from season 1 all the way to the end, even though I know every single episode and I know what's going on. Now, without giving away picks, are you the other? Do you like the other show that everybody always talks about and compares it to?
I don't know what you're talking about.
then you're probably not. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're probably not on that.
I'm not. I will tell you, I'm not. I won't be. I can't be. I don't like lovey-dovey. Like let's all love each other. I mean, I picked Game of Thrones where they don't kill each other. So.
Yeah, you want some fucking, some raping, and some killing.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
I do like good Philly ones, but that's just a little too. But good pick. Good pick.
It's pretty solid pick. It's really tough to go wrong with a TV series that lasted 12 seasons and every series now kind of sets the bar as far as, are we making Friends money? Like actors want to make, those guys got paid $1 million an episode in their final season. So
nuts, man. That's nuts.
Whether like Mike said, whether I don't like it, but you're right. That's one of the best shows of all time. So yeah. All right, let's see who gets the next pick in tonight's podcast draft. It looks like it did. He did. He got 2 in a row.
All right.
Warren.
So I'm gonna. This is a good one. I'm excited about this because I could have probably waited, but I'm gonna get it anyways because I want to.
Hang on. Before you make your pick, I just want to openly admit that as the producer and creator of this, I have our screen names down here, but the wheel that spins has our real names on them. So yes, I get it. Production value is not quite A+. It's maybe B-, but hey, we're working on it. So
well, they need to know our names as well.
Fair enough.
We're not just username. We have names for people. We put pants on the same way as Brett.
We're real people too, guys. We're real people
I
too.
my pants on the same way every day, except I make gold records. Alright. So, okay. With us 3, I can tell you right now, this is something that I was not allowed to watch whenever I was growing up. But I know Ronnie did, and I know he watched it a lot. And I know Michael may have watched it. I don't know if he did as much as he did, but I'm going to go with Beavis and Butthead.
Nice.
Okay. I did watch it.
I watched it a lot.
Yeah. Didn't understand it sometimes, but I loved it. I'm gonna go with that. That just, to me, that was the first kind of show that you watched it and you just watch these 2 degenerate kids just not giving a fuck about anything except just, pussy. Just, that's basically it. Yeah.
Boobs. Boobs.
Boobs,
I'm impressed that fell on your radar. I actually really am impressed. I don't know.
You know what the thing is?
Go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, so I think with Beavis and Butthead, the greatest part about it was during the MTV era of them actually showing music videos.
Yep.
So it's not relatable now, but during the time, it was absolutely dynamite because it was like them just sitting on the couch and watching MTV like it should have been and always been.
Right. It was a time when MTV basically only showed music videos. Their whole platform was about music video. Then they had this show that they still showed music videos on. It's, it's like if you can't watch The Real World and like throw some random music video in there and it makes sense. Like they did it perfectly.
Right.
Lost art. It's a lost art.
Yeah, it is. I thought that's a perfect piece for that time of era.
Yeah, and so I figured, with the people that we at least have that I know watch this at least a little bit, and with you guys, I figured you guys could appreciate that pick because of when it was and what it entailed and how old we were. That's just
I don't know.
That shaped.
I don't know if the masses would agree with you as far as greatest TV shows of all times, but I will definitely agree with you as far as greatest TV shows of all time.
Hey, I agree with Ronnie. I respect it.
I'm gonna stroke it.
I respect it. I just don't know if people would agree with that.
Same. All right, good second pick by Warren. But same. Let's see if. Oh wait, hang on. Production value. We're lacking the production. Okay, Let's see if I can get on the board here, and maybe if I can get a pick or two here.
We going 3 in a
Nah.
row? Trifecta?
We're spinning. Things are spinning, and no, get the fuck out of here. Warren has gotten 3 in a row.
That's
Warren
the
has gotten-
spinning wheel, man.
That's the spinning wheel of death.
All right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a show that I didn't watch a whole lot of it necessarily, other than when our parents watched it. I know my mom watched this quite a bit. I know this is when Clooney kind of got his start, and I'm gonna go with ER.
That's a very,
Okay.
very, very good pick. Another pick that I'm surprised that you threw out there. I'm giving you some credit here. I'm impressed.
Hey, what website are you on? All right.
I saw like top 10, and then I remember I told you I was like, this is branching out on all these shows that I just forget
Yeah.
about. That just you look at and you're like, man, that's a good fucking show.
So you're
So,
not doing
but,
your top 10. You're thinking masses, okay? Beavis and Butthead's masses, and then you are okay.
No,
Makes sense.
I'm playing my own strategy. Why don't you step off? All right.
Hang on.
No, I think it's a great pick. Know nothing about the show. Never watched it.
Never watched
Uh,
ER?
It's
No, never
it's
watched
really
it.
kind of the first. It's kind of the first TV series that dealt with like inside hospital, like trauma unit, like that whole just idea of being in a hospital while that's all going on, that fast-paced stuff. And shows like other shows stemmed off of it, and that's kind of how it started. And that's how Clooney got his. That's kind of his big break was doing that and some other things. And and there's some when you go back and you see how many big name actors are actually in that show that go on to have pretty good fucking careers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. That
That's
list
a
is
good- that's a
long.
good point.
and
There
You
are-
just helped me decide something, by the way, because you made such a good point.
I'll
Hang
take
on.
that as a W.
Before we get to our next pick, I need to refill my beverage. What's everybody drinking tonight, by the way?
Vodka and
Doing a
Sprite,
little-
like always, baby.
Vodka and Sprite.
Vodka and DP.
Okay, that's savagery. I have never heard
No,
of that.
it's my favorite drink.
I have never heard of that before, and it doesn't even sound good.
popular. It is good.
I'm drinking pineapple cider.
Yeah, you have nothing to say.
It's
at
all I had left in the
Hey,
house. All
what do
right.
you guys have? Liquor? Okay, I've got.
Hey, liquor stores are open on
cider.
Sunday.
This podcast is called the Draft House. Okay, there's 2 beer
Yeah.
cups on our screen right now, and you're drinking vodka.
Are you
What-
drafting
Well, give me a
broth?
draft in my house, and I'll go get them.
Yeah.
Fair. All right, ER, another great pick. All right, spinning.
Wait, can we talk about this 3 in a row? There should be like some sort of like, if you get 3 in a row, you don't get it for a while.
So what I did was, each person had 5 names on the wheel, and as you get one pick, you get a name taken off the wheel.
Oh.
So it kind of even. So hopefully, I mean, Warren has 2 names.
I like that.
Warren's on there twice, and I'm on there 5 times. You're on there 4 times.
Okay.
So if he gets
So
it
if I
again,
hit
then it's gonna be
this fourth
bullshit.
one- yeah, if I hit this 4th one, then game over.
Boom! It's me.
Beavis and Butt.
Finally, I get on the board. Finally, I get on the board. All right, so I'm torn by which way to go. Only because I didn't think I'd have 4 picks taken off the board before I got to go. I'm gonna go with Like Mike, a fairly relevant show that is in the top 3 of most watched all time. One that is still going. That is probably about now kind of sucking. But I'm gonna go with The Walking Dead. I
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I think it struck when the iron was very hot, and it was very, very good for a very good amount of time, and then now people kind of forget that it's still going, but it's still out there. It's still a continuing
It's still
series.
going? I
It's
didn't
still
know it was
going.
Can I tell you? I think it's a great pick.
But you've never. So hey, friends and fam, who's watching this right now? Just a little shop talk. Before we started this, Mike was like, "Oh, I would love to do this. I watch so much TV." So far, we've drafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows that are pretty arguably the greatest of all time, and Mike have seen none of them.
I've seen Friends. I've seen a lot of Friends. Okay. I've tried to watch this show, okay? And it started off so slow. I was like, I just can't do it.
Yeah. I'm
If I have to
like,
struggle and to press play, I'm done. I can't do it.
I tried to get into it.
No, you couldn't even get into it? Man.
I couldn't get on board. See, and I think Mike and me are the same here. Where when I'm thinking about some sort of zombie type film or something or show or anything, I want motherfuckers that are running as fast as they fucking can to kill you. Like I want.
Oh, see,
No,
the slow walk. Like, hey, I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and this guy creeps up behind me, bites my neck, and ooh, I'm dead. Oh, doesn't help that there's no power, there's no cell phones, there's no infrastructure. The world is gone. Yeah, the world has gone to shit. Everybody hates each other now.
Yeah, I love the idea.
The premise is great.
I think if you guys, and I am on board with you, where I hate saying like, oh, you have to watch like the first season to really get into it. I get what you're saying. Like, if I can't get in the first 3 episodes, I usually don't get into it.
Yeah.
You know, this one for me, I was able to get into the first couple ones, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it is number. Let's see, hang on.
I think it's a great pick.
It is number 3 on the most watched TV shows of all time, and it is still going.
Just go. Yeah.
See, it's on mine. It's not even on.
My list is from the
36.
IMDb. IMDb's top 100 most watched TV shows of all time.
WealthyGorilla.com, shout out.
Friends of the pod.
Friends of the pod. Pat,
Yeah.
man, I really want to get this pick. This is one that I think is gonna be. Fuck you guys.
I want the next one. I just want this one at least. I gotta continue my reign, okay?
Yeah, Mike. Oh, hang on.
I just want to make good picks. I just want to make it tough on you guys. That's it. Just like
I just want to be really good.
I just want to do good things. All right,
I just want to do things.
let's see who gets to pick next.
The will adds extra suspense that your shit's gonna get stolen.
I know, right? I do feel bad that you guys can't see it.
Okay. I
know.
trust you enough.
Michael. Oh, Michael gets the next pick.
Okay. Watched it from start to finish multiple times. Literally a spin-off of a show that was in Great Britain.
Mm.
One of the best shows of all time, period. The Office.
I'm on board with that pick. I am on board with that pick.
100%. Yep. No arguments here.
Now you're going with the American version of The Office, correct?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid stuff to go. I can't argue with that at all.
No, I mean it is just it's great. The one-liners in there, the whole dynamic.
Who is your favorite character from The Office?
Dwight.
Dwight.
Yeah.
Warren, what about you?
Because he wasn't the best character, but he just got pissed off like all the time.
It's I would say Dwight's probably my favorite character, but dynamic. So like dynamic's different, right? So whose dynamics do you like the most? I like Dwight as the character.
Warren. My question was, who's your favorite character? Don't change it and add dynamics.
Dwight Schrute.
Dwight Schrute beats Battlestar Galactica. But that's not Dwight. That's
It's good enough.
That's Jim. That's Jim.
Yeah, Jim's good.
So,
I like Jim and Dwight.
Mine.
Don't tell me things that.
Mine's a little different. It's a little off the wall, but my favorite guy is Kevin. Kevin.
Yeah, that's fair. I can agree.
It's so funny if you go back and watch, like you, Mike. I've watched it front to back multiple times. Like if you watch him in the first season and a half, he very much talks normal. Like he's not really a main character, and then all of a sudden, he starts talking like this all the time, and that's like all of a sudden that's his character.
That's what
Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
And I still feel bad when he brings the chili in and then he spills the chili
Dumps it
everywhere.
all on the floor.
All over the floor.
Yeah. So great. So many good awkward moments in that.
Yeah.
And the boss, let's be real, makes it.
He's the greatest boss in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he says his mug says so.
Right?
Bob from Spencer.
So, you know, Porter puts it.
No, it's a very good. It's another one too that like people pop in there that I mean, so Idris Elba is in there.
Yeah.
Why am I drawing blank on who played Ultron? What's his name?
Oh, it's
I don't know what those names
He
mean.
played Danny California, which is like see. This is where you realize we're not professionals about doing podcasts and we don't quite know all our shit like we say we do.
But you know
Yeah,
what we do
well,
have
it's off the cuff,
is
that's the way it goes.
browsers.
Type it in real fast, Warren.
Oh, man. I
Kathy
can see
Bates is in it. Kathy Bates is in it as the guy from the other TV show that's probably won't. I don't think anybody's picking Silicon Valley as the greatest TV show of all time, but he's in Silicon Valley.
No, yeah.
It is a great TV show.
It is a great
It
TV
is a
show.
great one. It is a great one.
Warren, did you find his name?
It is. Well, I'm trying to get to IMDb, but mine's going on this stuff. Hang on. It's James Spader.
James Spader.
James Spader.
James Spader. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Stargate, original Stargate.
Oh, Will
That's true.
Ferrell was on it.
Yeah. Will
Yeah.
Ferrell's on it for a little while.
Robert California.
Robert
Joe
California, not Danny California.
E. Cordray.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams is in it.
Yeah, she's one
Val
of the first,
Johnson.
she's the first sales girl that Halpern goes out with.
Wow.
Kathy Sims, Todd Packer. Earl
Packer.
Martin,
Pack's back.
Yeah.
Karen Flip-Lee. Gabe
Mike
Lewis.
has no idea who
Gabe
he just
Lewis.
named off.
I'm just saying names now.
It's the
Just saying.
it's the Mexican girl. Not Mexican, but she's the one that was with Jim and Pam, and developed the relationship. Come on, bitch, get at me. Gabe Lewis, who's a good one.
I don't know what he's saying. Gabe Lewis is
That's what I'm reading. I just read it
Hey,
right there.
tell me what he got. Tell me what
Roy
he's talking
Anderson.
Nobody knows what you're talking about now. Mike, we already said it was a good pick, okay? We already said it was a good pick. You don't got to keep going.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a good point. No, but building on that, the dynamic that you have between characters.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, between all of them, it's not just like two. It's like you've got Dwight and Jim, and then you've got Jim and Michael, Dwight and Michael. You got
Yeah,
Amy.
no,
You
yeah.
got all-
Everybody has a
it's all
connection.
video.
Yeah.
That's got something different. I think it makes it fun. Just makes it so fun. Have you watched the British version?
Nope.
No, I wanted to. I heard it's pretty good.
So we'll watch the first few episodes of it, and after watching the American version, it's hard to get into the British version because it's just not the same, even though it's based off of it. But it's still funny. I mean, it's still funny.
That's Gervais, isn't it?
Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love him.
he's very, very funny.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely love him.
Nice. All right, good. Office. All right, so Warren's got 3 picks so far. Mike's got 2. I've only got 1 on the board. So let's see who gets to make the next pick. And it looks like, looks like Michael's gonna get to go back to back as far as picks go. Man, that's okay. You guys get all your picks out of the way, and I'm just gonna come through with haymakers at the very end.
Okay. So Warren actually talked me into
Okay.
this one.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, no kidding. Warren talked me into this one. He said about he talked about the actors that went through all of these different episodes, and that made me totally think of something that's been going on since what I'm looking at right now, since 1975, and has ran 889 episodes across 45 seasons. It
Yep.
is Saturday Night Live.
Man, that's a good pick. That was on my list.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong
It's
person.
Saturday Night Live.
That's good.
I mean, They're just so. I mean, they're literally every person that's in a movie has probably been on Saturday Night Live.
Yep. I mean, if you,
Yeah.
it was for a while. It was if you made it on Saturday Night Live, you made it. That was your kind of platform. Like, hey, I was on Saturday Night Live. Oh, you're big time. You can go do this. Now, I think it's kind of fallen a wayside a little bit.
Yeah.
But still, I think there's people that are on Saturday Night Live that still go on and end up in big roles in Hollywood.
Yeah, and of all time, I mean, there's just too much.
How many seasons did you say it was?
It was 45 seasons.
45
889
seasons.
episodes.
Holy
Making
cow.
it the longest running TV show in history.
Wow.
First or second? Second longest?
Longest.
Oh, okay.
45 years, bro.
45 years.
Yeah. 889 episodes. It started at 1975.
That's impressive. I didn't know that.
That's a long time. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, what's your
And you
favorite
can relate
SNL
to any of
skit?
the characters that you get on there too. Like you
The band and Down by the River, yeah.
That's a good one.
Come on.
That's a good one. I love them the
that's
most
a pretty good one.
when they break character, when they're doing something and then just they can't keep a straight face. Yeah.
yeah.
So like, it's what is it? Who is it? David Spade and Christina Applegate, and then Chris Farley's like, "Oh, you got some paper there? Yeah, I'm writing poetry." And he's like, "Or is it for rolling doobies?" And David Spade's just like, he's just like looking like this, like trying not to laugh.
That's the greatest part about it. It's live, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's great.
Warren, what about you?
My favorite skit. I would probably have to go. I mean, the Roxbury stuff was good. But
Made a
anything
movie
that
out of
was
it.
that had Will Ferrell in it. So I mean, I'm thinking of the one where it's right when Zoolander I think came out, and he's got the little mini phone that he pops out. He starts talking.
Yeah.
With the retail
Oh, yeah.
workers with Fallon and I can't remember the other.
That's
guy's
a good
name.
one.
Yeah, but that's probably one, and then the choir or
The church, yeah, it's him and God, who's the other one where they do their own versions of songs or whatever. That's a really good one.
yeah.
And I love their commercials. Let's be real. Their commercials.
Oh yeah, they did their spoof commercials that they play in the middle.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I think I'll go some classic ones, and like I'm a big fan. The Bears, the guys all around the table doing the Bears.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think probably one of my favorite skits is the cowbell skit. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
With Bruce Dickinson, and then I love the entire Celebrity Jeopardy series. Like they get so funny.
Yeah.
Warren, turn your camera around. Thank you.
I'm trying to.
Screwing shit up over here.
Do it right.
Right? Is this your first time?
It's just it's.
I remember my first time too.
Just let it be.
No, Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live is a very, very good choice. Very good choice.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
All right, let's see if I can get another one on the board here. I've got a lot of names left on the
I feel
squares.
bad for you now, man. So I hope you get one. Pity
Yeah, Ronnie gets on the board.
I
Finally.
blew my load early.
Yeah. I'm pulling up the ass end here. But I am going to. So we've got some good ones on the board. I'm going to try to stick with some modern popularity before I get in some deep cuts. But I'm going to go with Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Good one.
I want. That's one that like I didn't think that I would like, and then like episode 1, I'm like, oh, I'm in. I'm hooked. I can't do anything else now.
Yeah, no, it's a really good series and very relatable. As in, like, you would do anything you would want to do to help your family out
Right,
if you
right.
had a dire need, right? So yeah, it's a very heartwarming but crazy.
You can look inward and justify like, yeah, I get where he's coming from. He's doing some shit, but I would probably do that too.
Yeah, like if I didn't give a fuck and I'm
Yeah.
dying, sure, I'm gonna sell some drugs and cut some things out. Why not? I think it's a solid pick.
Might as well.
One I haven't seen all the way through, but I know the ending. So
Yep.
I know.
I was gonna say, I think I same way. I think I missed the final 2 episodes, but then I kind of heard what happened, so I was like, okay, I already know what's going on. So
Did you dive into the other side of that?
the Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul?
I started it, didn't like it. I couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it at all.
Good. Really not. Yeah.
By the way, the ending in Breaking Bad, Mythbusters, did a bust the myth on the actual way they killed people at the end. So they used the machine gun out of the car. I mean, I'm not ruining, spoiler alert.
Right.
But there's a machine gun that comes out of the car and shoots automatically because he engineered it. So Mythbusters actually did a thing for that. So
I didn't see that one. I did see the one where, like in the second season, where they put the dead body in the bathtub and they fill it with the acid, and they're like, you know, then it ends up eating through the floor and falling through, and they're like, oh yeah, like this wouldn't actually eat through the floor. I saw that one, and then they also did where he's the famous line where he's like, there's 2 guys that come to the door, you know, there's a guy that answers the door and there's a guy that knocks, and I'm the one and then he throws the thing down and it explodes out. Did you see that episode where it was like
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see the one you're talking about, but that was like kind of an early one where when it first was, and they had the producers from Mythbusters as well as Aaron Paul on there, and they're like, yeah, so you guys did this and this, like, could this really happen? And it was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it's very popular, so yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. It's a good pick. It's a really good pick.
But again, yeah, I do watch a lot of TV, but
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 15 picks are already off the board. So Warren's got 2 picks left, Mike's got 2 picks, and I got 3. So let's see if I can get to even things up here finally. And it looks like Michael gets the next pick.
so I'm torn between 3. One item you guys aren't gonna pick, so I'm gonna save that for my last pick. So I'm torn against 2. And I mean, I picked Game of Thrones, Office, Saturday Night Live. So I really like one, but I'm actually gonna stick with that one. So it is my favorite all-time cartoon that's been running for a long time.
Yeah.
So kind of give you a little bit of backdrop. It's broadcast 684 episodes. It is The Simpsons.
Very good choice. Simpsons did it.
So yeah. I love Simpsons. It's not the best at all times. It's not raunchy like a Family Guy. It's not, you know, this and that, but it just stands up to time, and
I will say it's consistently good.
yeah.
Like,
Not amazing by any means.
yeah, Family Guy throws some funny things in there sometimes, and there's just sometimes where you're like, what? But like Simpsons is always good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great family dynamic. You can't watch it from start to finish because back in the day, I mean, 1989, they were shit. I mean, the cartoons were weird. They didn't look right, but I mean, they kept it going. And one thing that I really enjoy about The Simpsons that you don't see in a lot of cartoons is they change the characters, looks. They just keep it with time to try to make sure that it is working. They came out with a movie. I mean, it's just Scream's just constantly trying to get better, and that's what you have to do to stay around for a long time.
Yep, agree. 100% agree.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, there's no argument for that pick. That pick's one of those things that, I mean, you can always turn it on and just start watching it, and you're not going to be. It's one of those that's good enough. You know, it's not like it's not ever going to be like really low. It's just good enough to watch and just stay watching consistently. You're never like, okay, well, I'm just going to flip it because this is shitty.
Yeah.
You're just going to kind of hold on to it.
It's like Twin Peaks food.
Yeah.
It's
Just
good enough.
Just good enough.
Hey man, Twin Peaks wings. I'm not gonna lie. Those are some of the best
I
damn
know.
wings I've ever
But
had.
it's just good enough that it's okay.
It is, yeah.
The size of those nachos.
Oh, yeah. Mountain. Man, I'm getting hungry again. I ate a lot of pizza over at Warren's place. A lot of pizza. I'm still hungry though. All right, perfect. Simpsons. Mike has got 1 pick left. Warren has 2. I still have 3. Let's see who's got the next pick coming up.
Man, I've got so many picks that I just want.
Ooh, it looks
I
like
got
it's
a
gonna
lot
be
that I
me. Yeah.
Man,
About time.
Yeah, finally, right? Get on the board a little bit.
it has arrived.
So I'm gonna go one that, you know, probably I could have got very late in the round because I don't know if you guys would get it, but it speaks pretty true to me, so I think I have to get it when I can. I'm gonna go with The Sopranos because
I'm surprised they hadn't gotten off yet.
yeah, I think it's probably. I mean, it was on HBO, so it wasn't as easily accessible as some of our other ones. But I think it was one of the most watched season finales of all time, and then probably one of the most talked about season finales because everybody hated the way, you know, you talk about Game of Thrones kind of ending badly. I think Sopranos at the very end, everybody was like, what the fuck was that? But I don't know, you know, you guys know me. And
I'm gonna read 2 reasons why that was an amazing pick. I just haven't seen it, so I didn't pick it. You just don't watch the same shit I do. That's great. 2 reasons why I think that is a beautiful pick. 21 primetime Emmy awards, okay, and 5 Golden Globes to its name.
That's
Damn,
impressive.
Look at the statistician. over
Yeah.
there. Look at him.
Got some
Wow.
sabermetrics going on over here.
I'm obviously reading that, but no, that's really I mean, it's number 1 on most lists. I mean, you can't.
I think that series really kind of like set the bar for like shows to get a lot of awards, and like every award show coming up was like, okay, how many are they gonna win this year? You know, who's gonna be Sopranos? I think it kind of sparked that fire of blockbuster series rather than just TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's arguably number 1 on all the lists for a reason, and I mean, and it shows by all the awards it's won, and it's been around. I mean, it had like, what did it say? Like, it's 1999, ran for 6 seasons, total of 86 episodes, so not crazy long, but the fact that it has so many awards is just
Yeah.
actually,
I think it.
speaks volumes to it.
And it did good. It didn't draw itself out longer than it needed to. It found that perfect window of like just the right amount of.
And that's the problem with a lot of shows. You see them that they're just, what do they call it? I forget what they call it, but whenever like they have to throw in something that's like orange or something crazy to try to keep it going, when realistically, if they just ended it, it
would have been better. Yeah.
probably considered
Yeah.
more.
I agree. Very nice. All right, so we are down to our final 5 picks of the night. Warren's got 2, I've got 2, and Michael's got 1. Let's see who's up next. And it looks like, ooh, back to back for old Ronster here.
I was like,
Yeah.
Michael gets the clear.
No. So I'm gonna go with. I'll make this one quick because I was thinking about a couple in my head before it came up to me time. I don't know if you guys will agree with this one. I don't know if this was on your radar, and it's probably one of those that if you argued probably wouldn't be the greatest of all time. But I'm going with the X-Files.
God damn it.
Yeah, the X-Files.
I've been
Nice.
sitting on that.
Sitting on that one.
Sitting on that for a little
So like.
Didn't think anybody was gonna pick that.
You know, like SNL and like some of the other ones we've said and haven't quite said yet, like if you were on X-Files, it was like everybody at one point was on X-Files. And I think it spawned 2 movies. It spawned a remake. I think it's one of those that for what it was very, very good. It knew it knew its lane. It stayed in it. It didn't try to get too crazy. You know, and hey, the truth is out there.
Damn it.
That's right.
You know what? I hate you for that pick, but I respect you for that pick. But I still hate you. I really,
So it had
really
nine
spit on that
seasons.
one. Way
9
before.
seasons.
9? I didn't know it was that many.
202 episodes.
That's impressive.
So
I do remember like I didn't. So it was before I was really like old enough to watch TV regularly, but I remember like
Yeah.
late at night it would pop on, and I feel like I might have watched it with Nana a lot. Like, oh, X Files is on. Well, you know, it's 9:30. We're going to bed. Let's watch X Files. Okay, all right, Warren, you're falling behind there in your picks, buddy. You got some good odds.
Started out there early.
It's
so
a
no
50
more odds.
50 shot. You get to get the next one.
I know. I gotta act Mark.
We're all at 4 right
No, Warren's at 3, but he did just get the last pick or the next pick. So Warren's got the next pick, and then we'll all have one left.
Nice. It kind of works out.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really upset about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with one that I grew up watching. It's still going on now, but it's not quite the same. But I remember, Saturday mornings waking up and watching this. When you had Saturday mornings or cartoons or Sunday morning cartoons, and that was just kind of the thing that you did. If you missed the episode, you didn't get the episode back. You weren't going to see it. And so I'm going to go with Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Wow.
I love that.
I'm going to go with Scooby-Doo. That's my
Is there 2 O's in Doo or just one?
2, I think.
There's 2 O's in Goose Boys.
2 O's and Goose. No, but I mean, if you think about
That's a good call. That's a very good call. I would. That would not have been my radar.
Yeah, if it comes
No,
on,
not mine.
you'll watch it. If you're sitting there, I'll tell you right now that if it comes on, my girls are I'm gonna watch it with them. I'm still gonna have just as much fun watching it, I think, with them
You do.
as
You do.
whenever I was doing it. So
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
gonna go with-
Scooby-Doo.
I'm
I
gonna go
love
Scooby-
watching it.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Scooby-Doo as my 4th pick.
That's a good one.
I mean, great. That's a great pick off the radar. Could have picked it last, so would have never known.
Yeah, good. I think a good value though in the 4th round. That's a good value. That's a good value round pick there in the 4th round. Probably won't. I don't think anybody's picking Space Race. Do you guys remember Space Race?
No.
No.
So it was like this. It was on Saturday mornings, and it kind of came after all the other cartoons. But it was like all the cartoon characters were in one show, and it was really like a rat race. And it was,
I do remember.
yeah, and it was, it was literally they were flying through space, but one would sabotage the other, and something would happen. And I don't know how long it lasted, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. But I just remember thinking like, oh, they're all in one show. What's going on? This is so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, you just blew my mind, Warren.
it's Scooby-Doo.
There you go. That's a good one, right?
Scooby-Doo is all over it.
Good one, yeah.
Well, I hope you guys are ready because we are down to everybody's final pick. Everybody's final pick is coming up. So let's see who gets to make their first final pick of the night. And it looks like it's going to be me. Ooh.
He's cheating.
No, hey, no.
Get
Watch,
replay.
watch the
VR.
playback, man. Watch the playback. It's all live. Okay, so with my final pick, I've been thinking about like, pick dark horses or this and that, but I'm gonna pick something that I still turn on to this day, and by this day I mean like last night. Turn it on at night when I go to sleep. I'm going with Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Nice.
TNG for me was like my first dive into Star Trek. I started with it before I got into like the older stuff, and even the movies. And so I thought, Picard, Worf, Data, Geordi, Riker. I don't know. And now they're making the Picard TV show. Like I think it's probably one of the, and it ran for 8 seasons.
8 seasons, yeah. 8, 7, or 8.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Let's say 7 or 8, 8 or 9. Another one kind of like X-Files and kind of like Friends, and if you were on, like, everybody was like, oh, I was on this episode of Star Trek. I was some random extra, but I was on Star Trek. That's how I ran out my draft.
That's not a bad pick.
That's good.
I
know nothing about it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it a whole lot, but I know who you're talking about, obviously.
Right.
I've seen it since then, but I didn't watch it growing up. But I mean, Dad was a Trekkie. So I
Mhm.
mean, that was he had it on all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah.
It's
all
good.
the time.
It's on Netflix. The whole Next Generation is on Netflix. I would go back and watch it and, put it on at night when you're falling asleep and just watch an episode here and there and you're like, oh, that guy's in it. Oh, you're in Star Trek too?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's fair.
I'll do that for sure.
That's
Yeah,
personal. Personal pick. I like it.
Yeah. Close to the heart. Close to the heart.
I think it was, yes.
All right.
I'm kind of struggling with that. Either it be a personal pick and actual like try to win type pick.
Oh, hey, I got a pretty good draft over here if you say myself.
I don't think you got to worry about trying to win picks. You might as well make it personal.
Oh, you think you got the best one over there going so far? Well, let's see who gets to make their final
Really?
one. Let's see who gets the final pick of the night.
I still think I have it.
Warren. Warren gets this pick.
He's not gonna pick Blackish.
Okay.
He probably pick Blackish or something.
Blackish.
No, so this is one I'm gonna go with that. It was my all-time favorite growing up. I watch it now. I watch it anytime it comes on. I'm happy they're making a movie finally about it. It's gonna be a live-action movie. I'm gonna go with Tom and Jerry.
Man, go on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mr. Personal picks close to my heart. Don't make them. They're making a live-action Tom and Jerry?
Making a live-action Tom and Jerry.
Really? That's interesting.
That sounds terrible.
Well, it could, but that's one that I'm gonna go with that one because
How are they gonna do live? They don't talk. They don't talk in the entire episode. Like, is there any dialogue in any of those episodes?
There's in the later ones, yes. In the later ones, yes. Jerry starts talking. Tom kind of talks every once in a while, but Jerry starts talking a little bit.
Do you know which one's Tom and which one's Jerry?
Yes, Tom is the cat, Jerry's the mouse.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Good thing you didn't ask me out.
So, but no, it's I don't know how long it ran for. I'm sure Mike could probably pull that up and see how long it actually ran.
Man,
for.
I'm with it.
Pulled up. But it was long enough that it was kind of like The Simpsons in the sense that it started out kind of shitty as far as sketches go, and then they slowly got better. But you knew what you were getting each time. It was just a different way that Jerry ousted Tom, no matter what. Didn't matter how it was going to happen. It always happened, and it just was consistent. I guess is the best way to put it. But I remember growing up watching. Just watching that all the time. It was on late at night. So like if I was sneaking up and watching TV,
Tom and Jerry, the cartoon show, was on late at night.
Late at night,
Cartoon
like,
Network, probably.
Cartoon
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think the premiere episodes were late at night of Tom and Jerry.
No, they were in the mornings. But they still whenever they started playing them back, they'd be on late at night at like 1, 2 a.m. They'd be
When nobody watches.
when nobody's watching. Yeah, nobody's watching. So
The stoners are on.
that's the one. That's the perfect.
Oh, Tom and Jerry, dude. It's so cool.
That's how I roll. That's how I'm rolling it. I'm sticking by it.
Hey, I won't knock it. I won't knock anybody's pick. I don't think it's a shit pick. I just think it's it's a shit pick. Mike, should we spin the wheel for the final pick? You want to spin? You want to spin? You want to spin? See who gets that final pick? There's a little black line stuff. I thought I was gonna land on that. You made it. You made it. You got the final pick. You got the final pick of the night.
Oh, so I am struggling over here. And the reason why I'm struggling is because I've listened to Warren for almost an hour now. But no, realistically, it's because I'm in between two picks. And I'm going to pick what I used to go to sleep every night.
Pick with your heart, man. Pick with your heart.
Yeah, I am. Came on at 9:30 every night. And when I lived at Dad's house, I'd watch it, and then I'd go to sleep right after it because it was something else, and I hated it. It was which was Seinfeld was after it. So what came out before was Frasier.
Frasier. That's what I thought you were gonna say, man.
I had that on mine. Yeah.
Give me that
It's
tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
It's literally one of my favorite shows of all time. Period. I rewatched it. Me and my wife every night would just turn it on, and watched all of the episodes. It's just a great, intelligent,
It's a very good pick.
clean,
Yeah.
clean series. So
That's
I
a
love
very,
it.
very good pick.
Yeah.
Which you might not know, Frasier is a spinoff of Cheers, which shockingly did not make the list.
It was.
So
yeah,
Cheers, I watched it from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently last year actually.
Yep.
And I love Cheers, and I remember Frasier being in it. And actually, Frasier is kind of depicted in Cheers, kind of like a little bitch.
Yep.
So watching it backwards, it's kind of weird to watch him there because
Mhm.
that's not the same guy.
It's not the same guy I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was interesting. Yeah, Cheers. I think Cheers is great and it's ran a long time. I just think it's very mundane when you watch it
Yeah.
all the way through.
That's fair.
So
Not
that's-
a bad way to end the draft on Frasier. That's a pretty good bookend. Who got the first one? Warren got the you got the first and the last. So you bookend Game of Thrones and Frasier. That's a pretty good end of the spectrum.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. Overall, I was kind of torn between Lost as well because I felt.
Oh, I was gonna say let's hang on. Before we get let
Sorry.
me step out one sec before we get to our ones that we didn't pick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, that was
So many.
that was a good pick. I remember that was on all the time. That was kind of like Tom and Jerry, where it was on late at night, where like you catch it every once in a while. It'd be on super late, and you just kind of sit there and watch it and then fall asleep. But I remember I wasn't a big Seinfeld guy. I never was.
No,
That's the thing.
hated
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
I couldn't do Seinfeld. So
Frasier came on at 9:30, and I went to bed at 10 every night, and I set an alarm for 30 minutes,
yeah.
and went to bed every night.
Well, what was
At
I
10.
think Friends was right before Frasier. I
Could
think
be,
it was
but I-
Friends, Frasier, Seinfeld. I think. is
I
what it
didn't
was.
watch Friends. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's probably why I hate Friends so much.
Maybe because it was in
It's
between.
because
There we
I
go.
wanted to watch fucking Frasier, man. I don't want to watch Friends.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here, mate.
There's a couple that's on here, like, so I'm surprised you didn't pick. I remember you being a big proponent.
We'll just
of it.
wait for him.
I know.
Wait for
But-
him. I honestly, what I picked is what I felt like all time,
Yeah.
not personal favorites, because I like weird shit. I mean, I like Letterkenny.
Well,
Yeah. I like Afterlife on Netflix.
I made that. I'm sorry.
I think so. Afterlife is the best series, in my personal opinion, that's out there right now. That's gonna come out with the third season.
Yeah.
And that's Gervais. And it's absolutely hilarious.
Gotcha.
But anyways,
Okay. Let's pick it up.
Afterlife.
yep. It's one of my absolute favorites on Netflix. It's a Netflix created series. It's Jimmy Gervais or whatever his name is. He loses his wife to I believe cancer, and it's just him just kind of living his life and everybody trying to get him to date and do all sorts of stuff, and he has that saying like "fuck you" attitude.
Right.
So it's he makes the movie or makes the TV series,
Nice.
and I would recommend it to absolutely everybody.
All right, I'll check that one out. Here, let's recap real fast before we get to what we didn't draft tonight. So,
We didn't even touch on those two.
yeah. So Mike got Game of Thrones, The Office, SNL, Simpsons, and Frasier. Warren went Friends, Beavis and Butthead, ER, Scooby Doo, and Tom and Jerry. Ended it with 2 animated ones. I went Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Sopranos, X-Files, and Star Trek: The Next Generation. Pretty solid roundabouts, I think, for all of us. Mike, you mentioned Lost. That was on the table we didn't get to. I was thinking about what was one of the other ones I had on there? Mad Men.
Yeah.
I didn't get to. There's one. Okay, so I'm gonna admit, everybody talks about how great this show is, and I've never seen it, and so I wasn't gonna pick it because I've never seen it. But The Wire. Have you guys seen The Wire?
No.
I've never seen The Wire, but everybody always talks about how amazing it is.
Well, Peaky Blinders is another one that I haven't seen
Yep.
that everybody is
Oh yeah,
crazy about.
have you not seen it?
Not.
I've seen it. It's
I've
it
seen
is.
it.
It's
It's
very
going
very
apart.
good. Very very good.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
okay.
I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
You know, here's a couple ones we didn't get into, like NYPD Blue and
Yeah.
Law and Order. Some of these, you know,
Yeah.
all these ones that have
Yeah,
gone for a
see,
long ass time.
Those
Yeah.
clump, man. That's the problem. Like you have all those cop shows, and they just kind of clump together.
They do. They do clump together, and they kind of lose sight of some of them.
But
And there's
NYPD,
no like it's
NYPD Blue, NYPD Blue and Law, that was kind of the first cop show that I can remember, other than just cops. That was like I mean, that was more geared towards that kind of that
What you
deal.
wanna do?
Do what you want to do, man. You got to get the words right. You got to get the words right.
What?
But yeah, between that and Law and Order, that dun dun. I mean, that was kind of like
Dun, dun,
iconic.
dun,
Yeah.
dun. No.
So West Wing was probably up there during that time too.
Yep, that was on there. What
South
else?
Park,
Boring.
Nobody touched
South Park. Nobody touched Family Guy. I mean, we dipped into it with Simpsons, and we kind of mentioned some other ones, but South Park I think should have got on there. Maybe
No.
Parks and
I
Rec.
think
Parks and Rec didn't get.
Parks and Rec's good.
Parks and Rec's good.
The Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
So I was thinking, so
Oh.
Fresh Prince, Roseanne.
Yeah.
I think Roseanne's a little less version of Fresh Prince, so I would put Fresh Prince,
Yeah.
Prince right here, Roseanne
all right, fine.
Stranger-
All right, fine. Fuck me, Mike. Fine.
like.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No, you go fuck
For
you.
when it
man.
was-
I mean, I'm a huge fan. I love it. I don't know if it makes the list, but yes, I'm with you. That's kind of a picking from the heart type thing. What was I gonna say?
Orange is the New Black.
See, again, I think. I mean, yeah, it's newer.
I'm
And
up with that series.
I don't know. I don't know if I can get on board with that. Seinfeld. I don't know how Seinfeld didn't make it on there. So when we picked Friends, so you said you hated Friends, and when I was saying, "Hey, do you like the other show?" and you said, "I don't know what you're talking about," I was like, "Okay, you probably don't like that show."
No, I fucking hate Seinfeld, and that's actually came so Frasier came on from 9:30 to 10.
Mhm.
And Seinfeld came on from 10 to 10:30.
So when you said-
that's when I fell asleep.
Yeah, because fuck this show, I'm gonna fall asleep to it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Um,
that whole day, yeah.
You know, some old
Us,
ones
by
that
the
we
way.
didn't talk to or didn't talk about. You had the Flintstones. You had the Jetsons.
Yeah.
You had those younger ones.
I was thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Power
Love
Rangers.
Teenage
Power Rangers was one. We'll
Power Rangers.
flip it, go a little older. Mad Men. Did you guys get into Mad Men?
Yeah.
Mad Men was really good. I thought about that.
Like Mad Men.
I mean,
Did you guys
I
ever s-
watched. Oh, God.
I was gonna say, did you guys ever seen Oz?
I watched a little bit of Oz, but I've heard it was great, but I never quite got into it.
So good.
Warren, what were you gonna throw out there?
It kind of took my. I can't remember off the top of my head. Now.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys got Sons of Anarchy. Did you guys get into Sons of Anarchy?
Not
I liked
really.
it.
Oh. All right, fine. Just shit on all my picks. Shit on my ideas. It's totally fine, guys. It's totally fine.
Okay, what about this one? I'm sorry. I see how you did it. Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah.
I think it's a little too soon to give it greatest of all time, but yeah, 100%. I'm full send on Stranger Things
Yeah.
because it was definitely on the list already of like top to watch things. Doctor Who. Do you guys get into Doctor House? House is amazing.
House is one that I still watch.
I was about to say House.
House is amazing. Doctor Who. I don't know if you guys have watched Doctor Who.
Never watched Doctor Who.
No.
Never watched Doctor Who.
Looney Tunes.
Ooh, one we kind of missed that I think really jumped in popularity. Looney Tunes are good. Black Mirror on Netflix.
Okay, show's a little fucking weird.
Well, no shit. That's why it's fun to watch.
I don't know, man. I just tried to watch it, and it's like when you're watching it by yourself, you're just like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm just so confused right now.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any others that didn't make the list that you thought about?
You know, Beverly Hills 90210.
No, yeah.
Could get on there.
We missed some of those,
We
like
didn't-
Melrose
didn't
Place,
agree on that.
Beverly Hills. You know, all the soap operas, which I think
Yeah, Dawson's
for
Creek,
for what they are were a lot, but I don't know if they,
make the all-time.
Yeah.
list.
Reno 911. That's a pretty good one.
yeah, that pick sucks.
Remember that.
That show sucks.
I had to give you, I had to give you something to shit on because I
I'm just kidding. Nice. Well, I think we had some very, very solid picks. We'll throw this one up on YouTube and on Facebook too for let everybody vote. Thank you guys again for hanging out. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Warren, for doing episode 2 with us. I don't know what we're gonna draft next, but we will do another one next week. So tune in and we'll see what you got.
So we should do a poll on who what would people like to see us draft next?
All right.
I like it. Let's do it. Throw a poll
We'll
on
throw
there.
some ideas.
Which
Yeah,
one airs?
we'll throw some ideas out there, and people can vote on this one and then the next one.
Yep.
I like it.
Fan vote.
All right, boys. Bye.